recorded this whole intro and realized I'd not hit the recording button. Happy day 15, FlossTube. Hello, crafty friends. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back. Another day, another stitch. Day 15 of our holiday countdown stitch along. Let's see what we've got in store for us today. Day 15. Today we are talking about favorite holiday traditions. So Jacob will have a video up on his YouTube channel, and at the end of today's video I'll chat a little bit about what my family does over the holidays. Floss of the day is a beautiful gold color. So today we have Gold Star. Isn't that beautiful? And for our stitching, we're going to be putting a beard on the face that we brought to life with day 14 stitching. It's really quite funny, actually. So yeah, I need to switch out my scroll rods. I need a set of 20-inch scroll rods for Santa's patchwork cloak that I'm going to be starting today. So before I get started onto the stitching, I have to do some fiddle-faddling. I have to switch scroll rods for my project. So I finished my Be Merry All Bart Dunn. I had a great question in the comments a couple of days ago about the spelling of Merrie in this chart, M-E-R-R-I-E. It's just a very old-fashioned way of spelling Merrie, and it suits the phrase. It suits Bart's chart, which is, I'm assuming, why he chose it. Isn't it great? So this is definitely one that I want to get framed soon. Yeah, oh, I'm so pleased with it. Actually I've had more finishes this year in 2023 than I've had in a number of years. Carrie and I just recorded our floss tube together, and we were talking about, we're working on a special project to be released next week for Valentine's Day. And I was talking about the stitch-alongs that I posted this year, and I posted 4 stitch-alongs in 2023 and finished them all. I finished the stitching of all the stitch-alongs that I started this and hosted this year. And that for me is first. I have hosted other stitch-alongs where they were more like start-alongs, and that's okay too, because we all work at our own pace. But yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. So 4 stitch-along pieces that are done, and numerous other finishes that I completed this year. And I've even kept a list this year. So at the end of the month, I'm hoping to do a little video and show you everything that I finished. So, scroll rods, excuse me. So this virus, I know, like, I'm feeling so much better than I was last weekend, but it seems to keep on giving. keep on giving. Every day there's a new little something. So it's kind of in my, like, I don't feel like nothing hurts or is sore or anything. It's just, you know what I mean, right? So I'm clearing my throat a lot today. I apologize. Look, I know what you're thinking, but trust the process, okay? I promise. And there we have it, day 15. Stranger and stranger, yet rather wonderful all at the same time. What will tomorrow bring? Aren't those colors amazing? Oh yes. So, Santa's patchwork cloak, 40 count Panettone linen, and floss pack. So, I'm just finishing getting my second scroll rod attached, but I couldn't resist pulling my floss out and getting my label ready to go. So, some days I don't know where the time goes. I come to work And before I know it, I blink and it is already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So today's holiday prompt from Jacob was all about traditions. And I had some things in mind to talk about for traditions, and then I got a comment. I check in on comments throughout the day because, well, I love them. I love reading your comments. And I got one from, I'm sorry, I don't know your first name, but your YouTube handle is Esning. I'm sorry. I'll if you guys go into the comments section on yesterday's video, you can read her comment and lovely note to me about the videos and just such a lovely comment. But in particular, she made mention of how that this is a difficult time of year for her because she lost someone very special to her around the holidays, and his name was George. And I think that for all of us, when it comes to traditions at the holidays, this is both what makes it so special as well as so hard for so many. And I just wanted to take a moment to recognize that it's such a joyous time of year, but it's also a really hard time of year. For me, so many traditions for the last 30 years centered around family traditions. And when you start a family with another human and you raise children together and you become part of their family, you also become part of their family traditions, as well as your partner takes on traditions from your childhood. So, for me, my mother-in-law passed away in 2015. One of the holiday traditions, one of my most treasured memories, holiday tradition, hands down, was the yearly gingerbread house that my mother-in-law would make. She would make everything from scratch. She would bake the gingerbread. She had templates for the parts. She would make the gingerbread recipe. She would bake the gingerbread. Then she would make the very specific icing that was hard as a rock that nobody would want to eat, and so she would build the gingerbread house, and then she would save it until she was with the children, and they would go to the bulk barn or the grocery store, and they would purchase small bags of candy to decorate the gingerbread house, and then they would decorate the gingerbread house together, and then during the Christmas break at some point they would smash it with a hammer and proceed to eat the bits. And every year, and I mean, she made this for years. I think she must have made that gingerbread house for at least 40 years in a row. And at one point, I think she made like 12 of them and gave them out as gifts. And every year, the Mars bar she used a Mars bar for the chimney, and she knew that Mars bar was one of my favorite chocolates, and so every year I was the one who got to enjoy the chimney. But it's just those very special memories that this time of year you feel it a little more intensely because you miss the person for whom the tradition was so important because of, as well as feeling those really wonderful, warm memories at the same time. So anyway, a little bit of deep thoughts on a Thursday, Friday afternoon from Caroline. I am going to wrap things up here at the workshop and head home soon, and I have a special finish for today to share with you in a little bit. Okay, so day 4 of the 12 days of finishes. I actually have 4 pieces to show you today, because I've been trying to stick with sort of a holiday winter theme for the finishes that I'm sharing. So the first one, and we're sticking also with the prairie schooler theme 2 days in a row. This is winter. So you know what's coming next, right? I've done the whole series. So I'll show you one by one. Winter. Let's see. I apologize for the camera glare. There we go. That's it. Now you can see it. Winter. Spring. I stitched this one when Nicholas was 10 months old, and I spilled tea on it. And I managed to wash it and get the tea out. Isn't it funny, the memories that you stitch into your pieces? Spring. Summer. And as you can see, I changed the flag. Last but not least, autumn. So to the best of my knowledge, there are actually 2 complete series of seasons by Prairie Schooler. So don't be fooled if you look and you say, that's a different set of seasons than Caroline was showing. I do believe there are 2 full complete sets, and this is just the other one. I think the other series of 4 is maybe more popular. I'm not sure, but these were the 4 I stitched. So those are my finishes for the day. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. All right, that's it for me today. I am going to go and have some dinner and relax for the rest of the evening. I have left my Santa's patchwork cloak at the workshop. I meant to bring it home and it just didn't make it. So I think I might put a few stitches into hibernation day tonight because that is here at home. And I did have that goal of, I know I had the stretch goal of finishing the piece, but I'd like to at least try to get one more little border done in the next week. So that would be good. So I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Take care. Happy stitching. Have a great night.